Hi, I'm Dave Scott. I'm out here on Wonderland Lake in Boulder. It's early January. It's darn cold. When it's cold like this and you've got inclement weather that's going to challenge you mentally for your daily sessions, there's a couple things that you can do. One, the first thing is set the time, not the morning of, but the day before or the week in advance, and write it down. And make sure you write it down, so if you have a tendency to waffle back and forth and procrastinate, you're going to know that on Monday you're going to be out the door at 7 o'clock, regardless if the weather's like this or not. The second thing that you can do is make it short and finite. A lot of us try to think of our schedule in May or June when the weather's glorious, and we think, gee, we got to get out for that 4-hour bike ride. You can't do a 4-hour bike ride right now, but you can do an hour and 15, and add a little bit of intensity to your program. Don't be afraid of jacking up your intensity even during the off season. If you're doing everything aerobically, that base building period, that's a real misnomer that your quality and your standard of performance in spring or summer is going to be heightened by going slow during the off season. So make it short, concise, and add some spice to it. And I'll just give you a quick example. If you do 12 repeats of 25 seconds in each of the swim, bike, and run, you spread those out and you do them hard, it'll help. The other thing is that as you're setting your goals for this new year, there's a couple areas that I think a lot of people are mentally soft, and I'm fairly hard in addressing this particular topic, but in working with a lot of athletes from amateurs to pros, one of the weaknesses that we have is that we have an inherent aptitude to back away from risk, and we don't really want to challenge ourselves. When I talk about risk, I'm not talking about doing something crazy, but within the parameters of your rainbow, and you're going to step just outside that rainbow, how many of you are really willing to take a risk in your program? I doubt a lot of you really kind of change it, or that barometer of discomfort that you may have is always the same. And if you've had years that are kind of soft and you're somewhat complacent, start 2015 with a little bit of added risk to your program. The second thing is never give up on your faith that you have within yourself. I think we're all believers that we can do well when we're prodded and patted along. We've got a good block of time. But when it's winter like this and you're challenged with the elements and you're looking at your first race, how many keep that faith within themselves? And let me be specific. Faith breeds the highest probability of success, and when you lose that as you step into your training, and particularly in your races, you're going to falter. And I've seen athletes do this year after year. As they get to the races with really solid preparation, they lose that one key golden nugget, and that's faith. And you've got to make sure that you maintain that throughout the whole year, because then your standards are going to be higher, and you know when you go into a race, it's going to be a good race. You just don't know how good it's going to be. So that'll be my first one for the year. I'll be back to you soon.